In September 2024, Microsoft signed a 20-year deal to reopen 3 Mile Island, the site of America's worst nuclear accident. The plant that had been shut down for 20 years, the symbol of everything the world decided was too dangerous to touch. Microsoft reopened it to power its AI data centers. Then Google contracted with Kairos Power to buy electricity from small modular reactors not yet built. Amazon invested in nuclear startups. Oracle announced plans to power 1 gigawatt of data center capacity with nuclear energy. Sam Altman, chairman of Oklo and investor in Helion, has invested hundreds of millions of his personal fortune into nuclear. Bill Gates has spent over a decade building TerraPower. Jeff Bezos backed General Fusion. In June 2026, Helion, the nuclear fusion startup backed by Sam Altman, raised $465 million in a new funding round, valuing the company at $15.5 billion. Microsoft has a signed power purchase agreement to receive electricity from Helion by 2028. Every major technology company on Earth is betting on nuclear, and they are not doing it for ideological reasons. They're doing it because AI has created an energy crisis, and nuclear is the only solution that actually works. Today we explain why, what it means for energy, climate, and your portfolio. Chapter 1. The AI energy crisis. Here is the problem that nobody in mainstream media is talking about clearly enough. AI is destroying the world's energy math. A single query to ChatGPT uses approximately 10 times more energy than a Google search. Training a large language model like GPT-4 consumed as much electricity as 500 American homes use in a year. And AI training runs are doubling in compute requirements roughly every 6 months. By 2030, AI data centers in the United States alone are projected to consume more electricity than the entire country of France. This is not a distant problem. It is happening now. Microsoft, Google, Amazon, and Meta are building data centers at a pace that has never been seen in the history of the power industry. The US grid operator has warned that power demand is growing faster than new generation capacity can be built. And here is the critical constraint that solar and wind cannot solve. AI data centers need power 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with 99.999% reliability. A single hour of downtime costs millions. A single power fluctuation can corrupt a training run that cost tens of millions of dollars to execute. Solar does not work at night. Wind does not blow on calm days. Battery storage at the scale required does not yet exist at viable cost. There is only one energy source that delivers unlimited carbon-free power with near-perfect reliability around the clock. Nuclear. Chapter 2. The Nuclear Renaissance. For decades, nuclear energy was politically toxic. Chernobyl in 1986, 3 Mile Island in 1979, Fukushima in 2011. Every accident became a generation-defining argument against the technology. Plants were shut down across Europe and the United States. Germany closed its last reactor in 2023. Anti-nuclear movements became mainstream. The technology that once promised unlimited clean energy became politically radioactive. Then AI happened, and the math changed overnight. Microsoft didn't reopen 3 Mile Island because it changed its mind about nuclear safety. It reopened it because it needed reliable carbon-free power at scale, and nuclear was the only option available. The plants being discussed now are not the massive 1970s-era reactors that defined the last generation of nuclear power. They are small modular reactors, SMRs, smaller, faster to build, cheaper per unit, designed with passive safety systems that make meltdowns physically impossible rather than merely unlikely. The SMR market could grow to $300 billion by 2040, according to Citi analysts. That is not a niche energy play. That is a generational infrastructure build-out. Chapter 3. Who is building it? The nuclear renaissance has attracted the most serious money and talent in the world. Here is who is leading it. Sam Altman, Helion and Oklo. Altman chairs both Helion, a nuclear fusion startup, and Oklo, a nuclear fission company building small modular reactors. In June 2026, Helion raised $465 million in a new funding round at a $15.5 billion valuation. Microsoft has a signed power purchase agreement to receive electricity from Helion by 2028, the first commercial fusion power agreement ever signed. Oklo is building small-scale nuclear powerhouses in rural Idaho, specifically designed to fuel AI data centers. Bill Gates, TerraPower. Gates has spent over a decade building TerraPower, a next-generation nuclear company designing the Natrium reactor. Natrium uses sodium as a coolant instead of water, making it significantly safer and more efficient than traditional reactors. TerraPower broke ground on its first commercial reactor in Kemmerer, Wyoming, in 2024, with a target operational date of 2030. Jeff Bezos, General Fusion. Bezos has backed General Fusion, a Canadian fusion startup using a magnetized target fusion approach. General Fusion is one of the most advanced private fusion programs in the world. Google, Kairos Power. Google signed a contract to purchase electricity from Kairos Power's small modular reactors. The first reactors are targeted for 2030, with plans to scale to 500 megawatts of capacity by 2035. Amazon X Energy. Amazon invested in X Energy, an SMR developer, and signed an agreement to deploy multiple reactors to power its data centers and cloud infrastructure. Oracle. Larry Ellison announced plans to build a data center powered by 3 small modular reactors, generating 1 gigawatt of power. A single gigawatt is enough electricity to power 750,000 homes. The most important technology companies on Earth have collectively committed billions to nuclear energy. This is not greenwashing. This is infrastructure investment driven by pure operational necessity. Chapter 4. The investment case. The nuclear renaissance creates investment opportunities across the entire supply chain. Here is how to think about it. Uranium. Every nuclear reactor runs on uranium. As new reactors come online, demand for uranium increases. Supply has been constrained for decades as existing mines have not been replaced at the same rate plants have been decommissioned. Cameco, the world's largest publicly traded uranium producer, is the most direct commodity play. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust provides direct exposure to uranium prices. Existing nuclear operators. Constellation Energy operates the largest fleet of nuclear power plants in the United States, including 3 Mile Island. It signed the 20-year power purchase agreement with Microsoft. The stock has been one of the best performers in the energy sector since the AI nuclear connection became clear. SMR developers, high risk, NuScale Power, Oklo, and Nano Nuclear Energy are all publicly traded SMR developers. All are pre-revenue or in early stage revenue. All are highly speculative. The SMR market is real, but it is a 10 to 15-year build-out. These are long-term bets with genuine binary risk, the picks and shovels approach. Companies supplying components to nuclear plants, pressure vessels, specialized piping, control systems, cooling infrastructure, benefit regardless of which reactor design wins. Emerson Electric, BWX Technologies, and Curtiss-Wright all have significant nuclear infrastructure exposure. The honest risk, nuclear is heavily regulated. Timelines always slip. TerraPower's 2030 target is ambitious. Hillion's 2028 Microsoft delivery target is extraordinarily ambitious. Every nuclear project in history has taken longer and cost more than planned. The opportunity is real. The timeline uncertainty is also real. Chapter 5. The bear case. Nuclear is not without risk, and the risks are specific and serious. Regulation. Nuclear plants require extraordinary regulatory approval, from site selection through construction through operation. The US Nuclear Regulatory Commission has approved only 1 new reactor design in the past decade. SMR approvals are moving faster than traditional plants, but still measured in years, not months. Cost overruns. The last 2 nuclear plants built in the United States, Bottle Units 3 and 4 in Georgia, came in at $35 billion, more than double the original estimate. Nuclear construction cost overruns are the norm, not the exception. Timeline risk. Hillion has committed to delivering power to Microsoft by 2028. Nuclear fusion has been 20 years away for 70 years. Even if the physics is now solved, the engineering, construction, and regulatory approval timeline for a commercial fusion power plant by 2028 is regarded by most independent experts as essentially impossible. Competition from batteries. Battery storage costs have fallen 97% in 40 years. If that trend continues, the intermittency problem of solar and wind becomes solvable without nuclear. The window in which nuclear has a decisive advantage over battery-backed renewables may be shorter than the investment timeline requires. For 40 years, nuclear energy was the technology the world decided it was too scared to use. Then AI arrived and created an energy problem that cannot be solved any other way. Microsoft reopened 3 Mile Island. Google contracted for reactors not yet built. Sam Altman invested hundreds of millions. Bill Gates spent a decade building a better reactor. And in June 2026, Helion raised $465 million at a $15.5 billion valuation with a signed contract to power Microsoft's data centers. The smartest people on Earth are betting on nuclear. Not because they suddenly changed their minds about the environment, because the math of AI leaves them no other choice. The nuclear renaissance is real, the timeline is uncertain, and the opportunity, for the investors who understand it early, could be extraordinary. If you want to understand how to invest in frontier energy and technology, check out my complete investing masterclass. Link in the description.